My name is Evan Porter, 33. And after 11 brutal years of double shifts, bad bosses, and eating microwave dinners, I finally did it. I paid off my house. My little 3-bedroom brick home in northern Georgia. Completely mine. No mortgage, no bank, no debt. I thought my family would be proud. Instead, they saw it as an opportunity. It happened 2 weeks after my loan was officially paid off. I was hosting a basic Saturday barbecue, just burgers, sweet tea, and my dad talking about how things were better back in his day. Then, my brother's wife, Sabrina, stood up in the middle of the yard like she was about to make a wedding toast. She clinked her iced tea glass with a spoon. "Everyone," she said loudly, "I have news." I swear even the dog looked confused. "We've decided," she gestured to herself and my brother, "that we're moving into Evan's house." My burger dropped out of my hand. My brother, Matt, nodded like this was the most normal announcement in the world. "Yeah, man, it just makes sense. You've got extra rooms, we need more space with the kids, and since the house is paid off now, it's basically family property." Family property. I laughed. I genuinely thought it was a joke. It wasn't. My mom sighed deeply in that dramatic way she always does right before saying something manipulative. "Oh, Evan, honey, you know they need help. They can't afford rent with 2 kids." Dad added, "And you don't have a wife or kids. You can spare the space." Sabrina smirked like a woman who believed the world already belonged to her. "We're bringing the kids next week. I'll start rearranging the bedrooms." I stared at all of them. "Let me get this straight," I said slowly. "You're telling me you decided my house is now, what, a community center?" My mom rolled her eyes. "Don't overreact. It's family property now. We should all share." I took a sip of my drink. Then I said the 4 words that changed everything. "Okay, if you insist." They smiled, thinking they'd won. They didn't realize they had just stepped into the biggest trap I've ever set. The next morning, I went to the county clerk's office. I wasn't there to evict them. No, I was there to change the deed title. Because if they wanted to play the family property game, I was going to show them just how real property law works. I transferred the ownership of my house from Evan Thomas Porter to Porter Homestead, LLC. An LLC, owned by me, managed by me, legally distinct from me. Meaning, my house was no longer personal property. It was a business, and anyone living there would need to pay rent at market value, with a lease, and penalties, and late fees, and eviction clauses. I paid an attorney $450 to draft all the documents, worth every penny. Exactly 1 week later, a minivan pulled up. Matt and Sabrina stepped out proudly. 2 kids ran around the yard screaming. Sabrina marched to the door like she already lived there. "Open up! We're ready!" I opened the door and handed her a thick stack of papers. "What's this?" she asked. "Your lease agreement," I said cheerfully. "Welcome to Porter Homestead, LLC." She blinked. "What?" My parents walked up the driveway just in time to hear me explain, "This property is now legally owned by an LLC. You're welcome to live here, but you must sign the rental agreement. $2,850 a month, first and last month due up front. Utilities not included. Background check required." Sabrina went pale. "What kind of scam is this, Evan?" Mom exploded. "You said you agreed." "I did. I agreed that you could live here. I never said it would be free." Matt sputtered. "Evan, this is insane." I shrugged. "Look, guys, it's not personal. It's business. Just like you said, it's family property. So now we're all going to follow real property rules." My dad yelled, "You can't do this to your own brother!" I held up the deed. This isn't my house anymore. It belongs to Porter Homestead, LLC. The rules are the rules. If you don't pay, you can't stay. Sabrina tried to push past me. "I'm moving in anyway. You can't stop me." At that exact second, a sheriff's deputy stepped out of his patrol car. I had invited him earlier. He walked up calmly. "Ma'am, if you enter without signing the lease, that's trespassing on corporate property." Sabrina's jaw dropped. "You called the cops on family?" "No," I said. "I called the cops on people attempting an illegal occupancy." The officer nodded. "Your brother's within his rights." Mom screamed like someone burned her casserole. Dad looked betrayed. Matt looked embarrassed. The kids cried, and Sabrina threw the lease papers in the air like confetti. "We're leaving, and we'll never step foot here again." I smiled. That works too. 2 months later. My parents haven't spoken to me. My peace has never been better. Matt and Sabrina moved into a cramped 2-bedroom apartment across town. They're struggling to pay rent, and Sabrina made a Facebook post calling me a heartless corporate landlord. I framed it. As for me, I've been living quietly in my fully paid off, fully empty, fully peaceful house, now under the protection of the strongest legal shield imaginable. Nobody is ever taking advantage of me again. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. Sometimes revenge is just paperwork.